So I'm recording a video on the treadmill right now. I just did leg day. Today's a Monday. I went grocery shopping. I hit legs, and I'm on the treadmill right now. And I was looking at myself, and I said, "Wow, my curls are going to drop." Right? And myself was telling me it's okay, you know. So I was thinking to myself, it's okay that the curls are going to drop, because I was reflecting how I'm focused on the internal more than the external. So if it wasn't for me, I was thinking about my past life, because once you start changing, you'll become familiar of what's in the past, right? So the first time I changed my reality was when I was 20. I was 20. I consciously changed that reality, right? So when I think about it, what was I doing in the past? I was focused on more of the external. So that means I'm focused on getting my hair done, going out, taking pictures. I was never going out like that, but going out to eat more, you know, just treating myself. I didn't work out like that. I wanted to, you know, because if you want to shift your reality, the first time you want to shift your reality, it's going to be in your mind, right? You can be like, I know I can do this, but you got to get through it to get to the other side, right? I'm here, right? So when I think about my past life, it was more focused on the external. This reality, I'm more focused on the internal. And it is now 2025. I've been here shifting it. And every time I transform, I get better. But the obstacles get harder. But it gets easier because I know I can overcome it. So yeah, I'm recording this video in the gym, because I always have these thoughts when I'm on these treadmill, just activating my consciousness. I'm doing this right here in the open, because I also feel like in the gym, nobody should be worried about you, because you had to motivate yourself to come to the gym. You shouldn't worry about me. I'm not afraid of people. I treat people just like I treat myself, with respect, honor, and loyalty. But I had to learn that everybody don't value that. Everybody don't value respect. You know, people are out to get me because how well I hold myself together. I could be having the worst life ever, and you would not know that. I made a promise to myself to not be a beautiful woman and not make sure my insides are good, you know, because if you're beautiful, people don't know, you know, because mental health is important. So I make sure I take care of myself no matter what. Gratitude always is key. It sounds cliche, but it is not. Okay, I never really hit the treadmill like that because I feel like a rat on a hamster on a wheel. But I feel like this is pretty okay, because I really don't want my curls to fall down. I love them. I don't want my curls to fall down. So yeah. But yeah, when you focus on the internal, the external will shift for you. You gotta treat reality like it's your bitch. You gotta treat reality like it's your... Okay? That's how I look at it. If I looked at it, reality from a man's perspective, like a man's gonna give me this, he wants to see me at my highest. If I'm looking at it from a woman's perspective, she wants to see me at my highest. A woman has demands. Okay? She got demands. So that's how I feel about myself. So we just get better and better. You know, y'all, I just feel like I see the game for what it is. And the only thing that's important right now is my self-focus. I don't care about nothing but my results. And it sounds very, very selfish, but Every time I tried to have people around me, these people betrayed me. They wanted to bite me, you know? I feel like when you're around me, I have mutual. I feel like no one's above the other, you know? But people don't look at it like that. Not everybody sees us like that. So I had to learn how to move it on. Self-journey is a long journey, you know? I feel like life in the beginning, they sent me with the wolves. They sent me out there with the wolves. But I returned, leading the pack. That's how I feel. You see me right now. What I be doing. I understand why there is a game. Because not everybody has this high level of thinking. Everybody want to be here trying to play with everybody else. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in my personal development. I really am. My father texted and told me, he said, wow, you should be a doctor, a scientist, or a lawyer. Even when I meet people, they be like, oh my God, are you in school? I lie to them. I be like, yeah, but really, I know I'm intelligent. I know I am, and I can't let this intelligence go to waste. You know, most people, they tell me, they say, oh, you should be a model. And I don't want to be that either, because beauty is more, it's nice to have, but it's not something that I like make that my character. It's nice to have. Beauty is nice to have, but beauty is useless if you don't work to keep it up. You know, you have to be intelligent, and I care more about my genius than someone seeing me for my looks, because I need to be able to read the room with that. I need to be able to know who's out to get me for that. You gotta be smart out here, because people are out here playing games, and your game level got to be a master to know how to maneuver. If you know how to beat the odds, you're unstoppable, undefeatable. Everybody's plotting to get you because of your record. You know, I notice when somebody's when you comfort somebody, like if somebody's talking about you and you take a look at them, they talk about you. But nobody can talk about you when you fully embody who you are. Take a look at 8 Mile, right? 8 Mile, that movie. Go watch the movie 8 Mile. When Eminem, he was struggling. His mama lived in a trailer. His girl, the girl he was interested in, she was sleeping around. And he was good. He had a craft. He had a passion. He was good at rap, right? At the end of 8 Mile, you notice at that rap battle that they said, you can go first. I mean, okay. He embodied who he is. And that is why, during that rap battle, that left the man speechless. That left that man speechless. That man could not say anything about him. That's the power. When you accept who you fully are, nothing outside can harm you. You see me? I'm right here in the open. I am middle of this gym, walking this treadmill in my own world. And I gotta know how to see the outside forces, you know? And life can be, until death, life is psychological. Until death, life is psychological. But yeah. I wonder what goes through people's minds on the treadmills. Because you see, I'm talking very, very esoterically. Like, my sister, she was like, need some headphones. I'm like, oh, I'm fine. You know, I be thinking, I'm fine just like this. I play my music out loud. I never cared. But yeah, how did this video go from me talking about my curls to me just having this deep thought? But this is only the beginning, because I just did this through my perfectionism, trying to like make sure everything's good. I had a 2-month creative block, right? Because I had made this video and YouTube had censored it And I feel like that was trying to destroy me because I have the power of my voice, right? You see how I'm very, very intelligent. So I felt like YouTube was trying to comfort me. It was trying to censor me. My two biggest enemies, my two greatest enemies are being censored and those parasites. Because they want to block my truth. Because we are in an age of truth. Have you noticed that the back of this phone is that the popular phone is the Apple product, a bitten fruit. Apple is the bitten fruit, and we are here online in the age of truth, and the fruit is knowledge, because knowledge is power. You see me now, realizing this in the matrix. I don't know what they're thinking about, but I'm thinking about greatness. I deserve the best. I am the best. And you're around me, you're going to become the best. That's why they want to be here. But I got to watch them, because everybody don't think like that. They don't think like that. They are out to get you. You must know that. You must study this. You must realize this, because real eyes realize. Bye. Yes, I'm really working. We hit a mile. And I never do cardio, so this is crazy. Yeah, look at the curls. I did my hair. If y'all want me to show you how I get these curls, I can. They are so cute. I love vlogs. They're my baby. A mother. A mother. Ooh.